Hey family, it's African Claygo back again with another episode. So, welcome to the podcast. All right, so today we are just going to jump right into it again. So, today's topic is protecting your dream. That sounds amazing. That sounds captivating. That sounds everything that everyone wants to hear, but what does it actually mean? How are you going to protect your dream? I believe everybody has a dream or something that you desire or something that you want out of life. And not everybody has the potential to see that through because you can want something, but it's going to require a lot for you to obtain whatever it is that you desire. So let's get right into it. All right. So here's the thing, right? When you have a dream that's worth protecting, and if you expose your dream too soon, because when you exposing your dream in the beginning, my guess is that you want validation that it will come true, or you need someone to protect it instead of you protecting it. You want somebody to like see it in you and say, yeah, you're going to get it. But once you expose your dream to anyone, people will doubt yourself. Because dreams sound crazy. If it's not crazy, then it's not a dream. Like if it's not ridiculous, then it's not a dream. It's not worth fighting for. It's not worth reaching. I guess our minds want something easy to obtain. But then there's something within us that wants something bigger, right? So we're basically in a war with our mind and our hearts. So if you tell yourself your dream and you be like, wow, this is crazy. And then if you think it's crazy, then imagine the next person you tell. You think they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's amazing. I believe you can do that. They're probably saying it, but obviously they're going to think about it and be like, you know what? That sounds crazy. Or maybe you're too old, or maybe you're too young, or you don't have the experience. Not everybody knows what's within you. So that's why it can be a bit dangerous to expose your dream too soon. But sometimes you have to learn through that experience so that you know not to expose your dream and to believe in yourself, because not everybody's going to believe in you. And there are going to be times where honestly no one has your back and you have to thug it out, I guess. Okay, so let me go to the next point. So people will make it seem like it's impossible. Didn't I tell you that dreams are crazy? So yeah, of course, it to the normal mind it sounds impossible. But to another whole dimension out there, it is not impossible. It is nothing compared to what you can compared to what you can really achieve. Like if you really tap into that, you will believe that anything is possible. But if you with people that have never achieved anything or never seen anyone achieve anything, of course they're going to look at you like, are you crazy? They're going to make you seem like they're going to make it seem like you having a pipe dream. Like that's just crazy. Just get the basic things sorted out first before you want to dream higher, do the easy stuff and then you can take a risk whilst you're secure, right? So obviously you're going to go through all those challenges, but hey, let's thug it out. All right, the next point I would think of is some people will be happy to see you suffer, because when you don't live out your dream, obviously it's going to depress you. Obviously you're going to always wish or wonder, what if I just took a chance? What if I just followed my heart and didn't listen to people? It's so hard to choose yourself and your dreams. It's so hard because people will make you feel guilty about it. They'll make you feel like you're abandoning them or you're doing something wrong by choosing yourself and your dreams. People are not going to give you that chance just to explore who you are. So you're going to have to make that choice for yourself and be like, you know what? This is what I need for me. and I only have this one life, and I'm going to maximize it to the fullest. Right? So, yeah, they're going to be happy to see you suffer. Like, you know what? They didn't follow their dreams. We all didn't follow our dreams. So we are all miserable together. But you have a choice. Don't let nobody rob you from your choices, because everybody has free will. You get to choose yes or no. So if you feel like you're in a prison, you're not. All you have to do is make a decision. That's where your choice is. Just make a decision, yes or no. And there are consequences to your decisions, but you got to figure out which ones are worth living out. Which consequences are worth suffering? The yes or the no? Because either way, you're going to suffer. Whether you say no to your dream or whether you say yes to it, you're going to suffer some way, somehow. All right. The next thing I can think of by protecting your dream, I would say some people can be intimidated by your dreams because it makes them look small. You know that idea where somebody is looking at you and you're speaking your dream and everything, and they don't have the courage to have that type of passion you have. So that's intimidating. And they're in their hearts, they might not show it to you, but in their hearts, they're wishing that you don't even follow that dream, or that you don't even wish you took that chance. And then probably they might convince you out of your dream, like you don't need that. That's a risk, and they'll give you all the reasons that you shouldn't follow your dreams. Right? I don't know if you've experienced that, but if you have, you still have a choice. And it's not too late. As long as you have breath, as long as you're still breathing, you still can make that choice. All right. The other thing I can think of is dreams are very big, and not everyone is willing to take that chance. Right? Because in taking that chance, you lose a lot. And in not taking that chance, you still lose a lot. So at the end of the day, there is going to be loss, but you're going to have to thug it out. Like for real, guys, you're going to have to take your L. Either way, good or bad, you're going to have to take your L. I don't know why we fear taking chances in life, but either way, would you rather take a chance and then be like, wow, I failed at that, but man, I did take a chance? Or would you rather not take a chance and be like, I wish I just, what if I this, right? You want to cancel the what if I's and just take a chance. So either way, you're still going to lose something, right? But at least you did take a chance and you focused on what you wanted. Another thing I would think of is dreams isolate you when you choose them. A lot of people can neglect you. A lot of people can walk away from you. But that doesn't mean you made the wrong choice. It just means they're not willing to see it through with you, because it's going to take time. It's not just going to be like you chose your dream and boom, there goes your dream. No, it could take probably half of your life to see your dream come true. And who wants to wait that long? People want to get your dream when you get it. And then they'll be like, oh, we got your back, girl. We got you. But whilst you're still trying to figure it out, nobody wants to do that. A few people would thug it out with you, but not a whole lot of people stand by you. So that's why when you get to the top, when you get to your dream, you can only enjoy it with certain people, because everyone else is just there for the dream. They're not there for the hard work you put in, all that. They're just there to enjoy the benefits. All right. So there's a whole lot to think about here. A whole lot. Another thing I could say is dreams are sometimes disguised as failure. And the funny thing about this is probably you're not failing, but you're just learning. You're still learning. You're still practicing that muscle. You're still putting in the work. So when it looks like failure, what if that's you feeding the seed? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get it right. But because you're failing so much, you feel like, okay, this is probably not going to work. This is probably not it. That's why you need people that will cheer you on, people that will keep you motivated. Those are hard people to find, but when you do find them, you do want to keep them by your side because those people will take you to the top. They will remind you how far you've come. They will remind you where you started and where you are now. Because sometimes when you focus on your dream so much, you don't even notice the progress you've made. And you need somebody to remind you, like, look, you started off here and look at us now. You might not be yet at that place that you want to be, but look at the progress you've made. Sometimes you just need somebody to give you a little bit of water and just to keep you going, right? So you do need at least one or two people that got your back, that will cheer you on, that will keep you going. Because, I mean, if you're strong enough, you can handle it by yourself, but it's really good if you could have one or two. Isn't that crazy? One or two, because not a lot of people are willing to do all that work. All right? It's not pretty work, it's ugly work. But it's amazing when you do have somebody that's next to you and that you can, like, when you've reached your goal, you can be like, wow, can you believe how far we've come? It's amazing to have those type of conversations, but you do need to find somebody to walk that journey with you. So another thing I can say about protecting your dream is dreams take time to come true. And these days, with the way life is now, nobody has time to wait for a dream. I promise you, like, nobody has time for that. If it's not here in a year, then you know what? Hop on the next, or give up on it, or do this or that. Like, nobody is willing to put in that work. Nobody wants to hear that this took 10 years or 20 years. That's a long time. 20 years. I could have missed on a lot of things. And I feel like in today's world, people have this fear of missing out on life. Whatever this life is that they're missing out on. They don't want to miss out on day-to-day stuff, and they feel like if you follow your dreams, you might miss out on life. And sometimes these people that are missing out on life, so-called people missing out on life, are like getting depressed, getting exhausted, getting sick, getting anxiety, because you just have to be in the mix of everything and everything, right? But if you focus on one thing, focus on you and what you need, when you get there, you'll enjoy it. And what life are you missing out on when you were focused on yourself? So I guess the world is maybe lying to us that you need to be in the mix every day, like you just need to be in on everything. And then you're forgetting about yourself, feeding other people's agendas. So I feel like we're being told, like, focusing on yourself is crazy. Focus on what's here, what's hip, what's now, what's going on, right? I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so the last point that I will bring up is, are you patient enough to see your dream come true? Yeah, answer that question. Are you patient enough to see your dream come true? Because your dream is not going to tell you it's going to happen in 5 years. It's not going to give you a time, a date, a place. It's not going to be specific. It's not going to give you details. It's like a maze. You have to figure out what it is. You have to go through trial and error to figure it out. So are you willing to take the risk of the unknown? Or are you willing to party it out and figure it out? I don't know, guys. But I know I do want to protect my dream, and I do want to reach for the stars. And I've already made that decision for myself to go through my maze, go through my journey. And yes, the world is making noise and it's tempting. And I do want to go take a peek and see what's going on. But at the end of the day, I don't want to have any regrets. I do want to figure myself out, and I do want to bring the best out of me out. So I choose me. I choose my dreams. And hopefully one day I can do a podcast and be like, well, it's been so and so years, and oh my goodness, this was the best decision that I could have ever made for myself. But until then, we're just gonna thug it out. All right, guys, I'll end it right here. I will see you again in another podcast. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you do enjoy the ACG podcast, please do follow on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Spreaker, as well as Google Podcast. If you want to find us there, you can find us there, or YouTube. Simple as that. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.